by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. Let me simplify. You have to keep in mind the years and the writer's name, and if you do not remind the years, then you have to make a trick on mnemonics that this book is first, this book is the second, this book is the third one. Okay, so you have to make a trick. But this video I can help you to make it chronologically, but you have to remind it. So watch this video again and again, and I hope these are the sufficient books and you will definitely get marks if you study very consciously. So in the first book, The Communist Manifesto, Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, they introduces historical materialism and the idea of class struggle that you have studied base and superstructure, okay, which shaped the economic idea of middle class. The next we have Das Kapital, came in 1867. It is on the detailed critique of capitalism, explaining surplus value, labor, commodity and fetishism, okay, and it was asked oftenly in our paper. Then we have Golden Bough by J.G. Fresher. Then On Aphasias by Sigmund Freud, and you know what, written in 1899, must book, and it is also written by Sigmund Freud, and he gives the theory of unconscious repression, dream symbolism in this book, and he forms the foundation of psychoanalytic criticism, where texts are read like dreams. Okay, just I'm giving you ideas about these books because it's gonna be a long lecture. You have to make notes, or you can take a screenshot and just revise it again and again. You can say that it is a ready-made notes. Okay, then we have Milton's God by William Emerson, important one, it is on Milton. Then Totem and Taboo, PYQ hai hamara, it is written by Sigmund Freud. Then Art as Technique by Victor, okay, it is actually Russian formalist text based on formalism, which introduced the defamiliarization, okay, and this idea in that literature renews perception by making ordinary object appears strange. Then we have C.K. Ogan and I.A. Richard, meaning of meaning, okay, in this book he explained the new criticism, the meanings that while we are reading the books, how we can interpret them. Then we have Leo Tolstoy, Literature and Revolution, and it is a Marxist reading of literature which emphasized historical context and ideology. It was frequently associated with debates on art, politics and revolution. Then we have Principle of Literary Criticism, a must-read book on I.A. Richard, focus on reader psychology and emotional response. It prepares the ground for close reading, and it also developed new critics in later ages. So you can say that this book is the precursor of new criticism. Okay, then we have the theory of the formal method by Boris, and in this book he explained the literariness, what makes a text literary. It also explains the principle of Russian formalism, okay, and you know that in the literary theory we have structuralism, formalism. So we have the origin of German tragic drama, you can say habituation. This is the idea given by Walter Benjamin. It distinguishes allegory from symbol and critiques classical aesthetics. It is important for, you can say, Marxist and culture critical question. Then we have Practical Criticism, published in 1929, and Problems of Dostoevsky's Poetics, again in 1929. So you can say that first one is written by I.A. Richard and the second one is by Mikhail Bakhtin. And Practical Criticism, I.A. Richard introduced the close reading, systematic reading without authorial intention or context. In 1929, Michael Bakhtin written Problems of Dostoevsky's Poetics, in which he introduces dialogism, polyphony, heteroglossia, these like terms, and these terms are repeatedly asked in our NET exam. Then we have 7 Types of Ambiguity by William Emerson, most important book, which argues that ambiguity enriches poetry rather than weakens it. It is a new critical text which focused on complexity of meaning. You have to read this book thoroughly. You should know about the 7 types of ambiguity. Then we have Three Guineas by Virginia Woolf. It is actually based on feminist perspective, and she gives the idea of patriarchy, war and education. Okay, say that here is the feminist thought of Virginia Woolf. Then we have Modern Poetry and the Tradition by Clint Brooke. And in this book, he established new criticism as a formal development. He promotes the idea of the text as an autonomous object. Then we have Desire in Language, written in 1941 by Julia Kristeva, important one. Then All the King's Man by R.P. Warren, and Robert Penn Warren. And it is very important book because it gets 3 Pulitzer Prize, National Book Award. Okay. Then The Well Wrought Aunt, Clint Brooke, repeatedly asked. And in this book, it explains the poetry through paradox, irony and tension. So it is very important and frequently asked. Then we have The Great Tradition in 1948 by F.R. Lewis. And in this, he defines the English novelistic canon, focuses on moral seriousness and realism. Then we have Simone de Beauvoir, The Second Sex, again NET PYQ, which is the foundation of feminist theory. It introduced the idea of women in socially constructed, it is not biologically destined. Then we have Discourse on Colonialism, which is by M. Caesar, okay? And it is written in 1950. It is a powerful critique of colonial ideology. It forms the base of anti-colonial and post-colonial theory. So post-colonial perspective, it is very important book, like Decolonizing the Mind, okay? Then we have Roland Barthes, Writing Degree 0, 1953, which introduced structuralist thinking. Is that writing is viewed as a neutral system. It is not personal expression because it is writing based. Then we have The Verbal Icon in 1954 by W.K. Wimsett and Clint Brooke. Okay, then The Mythologies by Roland Barthes in 1957, an important book. It explains how everyday culture functions as myth. It uses sign, signifier and signified. Okay, then we have Anatomy of Criticism by Northrop Frye, important book. You have to read the concept and idea in this book. It develops archetypal criticism. Literature is seen as organized by recurring myths and genres. Okay, then we have Culture and Society by Raymond Williams, most important book, in which you will get the idea of culture materialism. It defines culture as a whole way of life. Okay, then we have Linguistic and Poetics by Roman Jacobson, 1958. Okay, then Madness and Civilization by Michael Foucault, again important book. So these all are very important books. You have to keep in mind all that this is the first, the second chronology. In Madness and Civilization, Michael Foucault explained that how societies defines and control madness. Introduce power, knowledge, discourse, must read term. Then we have The Rest of the Earth, again important by French Fanon. It analyzed colonial violence and decolonization. Okay, so post-colonial perspective, it is very important book. Then we have The Savage Mind in 1962 by Claude Lévi-Strauss. And you know what, that Claude Lévi-Strauss was a famous anthropologist and structuralist, and he has given the idea of raw culture, cooked culture. Okay, so so these ideas are very important so far as Claude Lévi-Strauss is concerned. Then we have The Feminist Mystic by Betty Friedan, important one, feminist perspective, 1963. Then in 1964, The Birth of the Clinic by Michael Foucault. So in this book, The Birth of the Clinic, he argues that the modern medicine is not simply a progression of objective scientific knowledge, but it is a fundamental shift in perception driven by social and political changes. Okay, in which he also explained the medical gaze, episteme, okay, the regeneration of knowledge, power and knowledge. Okay, and Michael Foucault is very important. You have to keep in mind all the concept, all the terms given by Michael Foucault. Okay, then we have Elements of Semiology by Roland Barthes. Then Who Speaks for Negro, Alain, Robert Penn Warren, and it on the Negro culture, on the African American culture, post-colonialism, colonialism. Okay, then The Order of Things, Michael Foucault. Again, all the books written by Michael Foucault is very important. Then 1966 of Grammatology, Jacques Derrida, important one. It is the foundation of deconstruction. He gives the terms like differences, logocentrism, binary opposition in this book. Okay, binary means like good, evil. Okay, then we have Speech and Phenomena by Jacques Derrida. Again, French Fanon wrote Black Skin and White Mask based on colonialism and decolonization. Then the most famous 1968, The Death of the Author by Roland Barthes. Okay, and in this he shifts authority from author to reader, that reader is the mastermind, reader is the master of the text, and he was a central figure of post-structuralist idea. Then we have Return to My Native Land, Ames Isaiah, again on decolonialism. Then in 1969 we have Mythologies by Claude Lévi-Strauss. Again, it is based on the idea of structuralism. The next we have in 1970 The Dialectic of Sex by Shulamith Firestone. Then Sexual Politics by Kate Millett, important one, and SNZ by Roland Barthes, again important book. So the last two was very important. Then in 1971 The Ideologies of Aesthetic by Terry Galton, based on Marxism theory, and Blindness and Insight by Paul Deman, very important book. In this book he argues that most valuable critics or writers, okay, they wrote from unrecognized blindness, or you can say it is a gap between their theoretical statement and their practical analysis of the text. Then we have The Factive Fallacy by V.K. Wimsatt. Again, it is very important. Intentional fallacy and factive fallacy, these both ideas are given by V.K. Wimsatt and Monroe Witze. Okay, then we have The Implied Reader by 1973 by Wolfgang Eicher, very important. Okay, The Speculum and Other Women by Lucy Irigaray, feminist perspective. In 1975, The Laugh of the Medusa, Helen Sixes, important PYQ, Digital Press V and NET. Okay, then Discipline and Punish, Michael Foucault, again very important, in which he has given the idea of panopticon in this book. He says that panopticon is like a curve in which there is a presence movie, like as you have seen in the movies, and he says that it is related to power knowledge. It is not just the punishment, but it is related to self-revealing features. Okay, then we have The History of Sexuality by Michael Foucault again. Then The Orientalism, 1978, must read books, very important, by Edward Said, and it shows how the East is constructed by the West. You can find East versus West conflict in this book, and it is most frequently asked. Than The Mad Woman in the Attic, 1979 by Sandra Gilbert and Sushan Guba. It is from the feministic point of view. And we have Umberto Eco, the most important writer of today's generation, and he has written The Name of the Rose. Okay, you know what, that you have read about this legend in class 12th in the chapter The Interview, in which he explained about the name of the rose as well. Then Jean Baudrillard, who wrote Simulacra and Simulation, in which he explained the reality and the replica. Then Frederick Jameson, The Political Unconscious, in which he introduced the ideas of always historicize. Literature is read as ideology. Then we have Imagine Communities in 1983 by Benedict Anderson. Then in 1984, Rebellious and His Word by Mikhail Bakhtin. Again, I am saying that Mikhail Bakhtin, Mikhail Foucault, they are a very important writer so far as the name of their books is concerned. Then The Most Read, Can the Subaltern Speak? Okay, by Gayatri Chakraborty Spivak. And in this book, she represents the Subaltern Studies. It is actually the core concept based on subaltern. Okay, then key downtrodden. The Shakespeare Negotiation by Stephen Greenblatt, very important, based on historicism. Then The Mask of Conquest by Gauri Vishwanathan. On feminist perspective, then Gender Trouble by Judith Butler. It explains and it also introduced the term gender performativity, foundation of queer theory. Then in 1994, books are written, Nation and Narration by Homi K. Bhabha, given the idea of ambivalence, mimicry, okay, third space. Then we have Resonance and Wonder by Stephen Greenblatt on historicism. Then Art and Uncivility by Mikhail Bakhtin. And then White Mythologies by Robert J.C. Young. So these are some books written during 1990, and these type of books confuse us that which book is first and second. So थोड़ा सा काम आपको भी करना पड़ेगा. Then we have Postmodernism, or the Cultural Logic of Late Capitalism by Frederick Jameson. You can understand that is based on postmodernity. Then Pseudometrics by Jonathan Goldberg, least important, but it was asked once or twice. Then we have Culture and Imperialism by Edward Said, again on Eastern and Western thought. Then The Western Canon by Harold Bloom. Then Euphuism and the Search of Perfect Language in 1995 by Umberto Eco. Then we have 1998 Serendipity by Michael Foucault. And most important book, Provincializing Europe by Dipesh Chakravarti. It challenges Eurocentrism in history and theory. It is very important for post-colonial questions. Then we have A Critique of Postcolonialism by Gayatri Chakravarti. Okay, Gayatri Spivak. Then we have After Theory written by Terry Eagleton. Okay, and Precarious Life by Judith Butler. It is on feminist perspective. Then we have Undoing Gender in 2004 by Judith Butler. Then The Return of the Real by Hal Foster. And Why Marx Was Right by Terry Eagleton. Again in 15. And the last book we have The Anxiety of the Influence by Harold Bloom. He debates on literary value and canon formation. Okay, so these are some important books which asked repeatedly and frequently, and we have to keep in mind all these books. Yes, it is not easy to remind all this, and if you can remember this chronologically flow of books, authors and ideas, so you are already ahead of most UGC NET aspirants. And revise this lecture before the exam and watch this lecture in loop. You will definitely get the books in chronology in your mind. Okay, in our next video we will cover the PYQs which are related to these books or recurrently asked books which we left. Okay, stay connected for the next video and keep revising, and remember, theory becomes easy when chronology becomes clear. If you found this lecture helpful, then hit the bell icon and share this lecture with your friends as well, so they will also get some benefit. So bye bye.